Greetings, my beloved family and friends. This is Pastor Jakari Davis of the Bella Vista Missionary Baptist Church here in Houston, Texas. I'm checking in today because I have some exciting and some wonderful news to pass along to all of the wonderful members and supporters of the ministry of Bella Vista. In the past several months, we have been displaced from corporate worship and have been denied that fellowship because of the safety measures and precautions that we have taken as a consequence of COVID-19. And while this period of being away from the sanctuary has been an adjustment for the ministry of our church, as well as for all of us in our lives personally, many of us have been longing and waiting for the time in the day that we would have the opportunity to come once again to corporate worship. This has been a question that has been running and racing through many of our minds and in many of our spirits as we have watched and witnessed worship service week after week in a virtual way. But the exciting news that I have to share with us this evening is that we're on our way back to the sanctuary. That's right. Beginning in the month of July, the first Sunday in July, July 5th, 2020, Bella Vista will once again reopen its sanctuary for corporate worship. It's going to be an exciting time, but for us to do this effectively, we have implemented and will continue to institute some safety measures for all of us to abide by to ensure that those who are most vulnerable within our congregation, as well as all of us, are able to worship in a very safe and in a secure way. Attached to this video link, you'll also find something that we have comprised that is called the Bella Vista COVID-19 Ministry Handbook. In it, you will find very specific details that we're asking each and every one of our members to abide by, as well as those who will be offering ministry services in service to our members during this time, those precautions and measures that we're going to be taking to ensure that all of us are able to worship in a safe and a secure way. To help us do this, the big thing that you need to know is that we'll be implementing 2 worship service experiences to accommodate the size of our congregation, as well as to ensure that we continue to abide by CDC guidelines in terms of social distancing. Our first worship will begin at 8 o'clock a.m. and our second worship will begin at 10 a.m., each of which will run an hour and 15 minutes so that we will have ample time to disinfect between services so that all of us can continue to be safe. We're asking that you please be patient with us and be prayerful with us during this process. Some things are going to be different. Some things are going to be unusual and out of the norm from what we experienced prior to being displaced from the sanctuary. But I promise you, if all of us exhibit patience and work with one another, we will be able to do this in a very safe and a secure way. I want you to peruse in very much detail all of the things that are listed in this ministry handbook, because there are some things that you need to know and some things that you need to do to make ready for worship yourself. If you have any questions about anything that is listed in that handbook, feel free to shoot me an email at jdavis@bellavistambc.org, or you can email your question or concern to our administrative assistant, Sister Kubi Priester, at kpriester@bellavistambc.org. Some of you may be wondering, why now? There seems to be no cure in sight, and perhaps it seems as though the numbers are not trending in a downward direction. We have considered that, and we have talked about that, and we know that many churches are doing different things in regards to their specific context. But with the number of members that we have in terms of our membership, as well as with the facilities that we have available to us, we feel that we are able to offer some worship services that are safe and secure, where we can minimize contact with one another and still maintain a spirit of consecration in worship. And so we want you to know that we have thought and prayed about this at length, and we are prepared as best as we could. And for those of you who at this time may still be uncomfortable about re-entering into the sanctuary, we're certainly aware of that, and we want you to know that we will continue to make our worship services, even on Sunday, available in a virtual way. But if you pray about it, and if all of us prepare properly and are willing to participate in all of the regulations that we have set forth, I believe that we'll be able to do this and accomplish this in a safe manner. I'm excited about this, and I hope you are as well, as we look forward to once again worshiping together as the church that cares. I look forward to seeing you, and I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead. I have committed to come back a different preacher and a different pastor, and I certainly hope and pray that during this season you have found space in your life where you say, I'm going to come back a better member and a better parishioner of my local church and a better worshiper and a more faithful disciple. Let's get back to the sanctuary. Let's get back to worshiping God in a corporate and a collective way. And I can't wait to do so. Peace.